Hey, you're watching Vinyl for Miles, your best resource for music and audio gear reviews. Today we're checking out a guitar. It is this nice headless guitar from Strandberg. This is the Boden Essential 6. Stick around. So today on the channel, I have the pleasure of checking out the Boden Essential 6. If you're not familiar with Strandberg guitars, Strandberg is known for their headless designs, their unique and innovative neck features. They usually have multi-scale and 7 to 8 string offerings. They're also ergonomic, they're lightweight, they're easy to travel with, and they're pretty much built like a tank. So what makes the Boden Essential special? If they already have a full line of Boden guitars that you can check out on their website, why would you want to look into the Boden Essential? It's more affordable, it's made in Indonesia, and this is going to really open the door for people who want to try out headless guitars or the ergonomic design of Strandberg guitars without breaking the bank. So before we dive into the specifications and appointments, let's just go over really quick what you get when you buy this guitar. Of course, you get the Boden 6 Essential here, but it also comes with this really nice travel case right here. Nice and compact. This is something you can easily take with you if you're traveling on a plane. It comes with a nice large pocket on the front here. Let's see all of the case candy that it comes with. You do get a nice little info pamphlet, kind of goes over the different features and some of the hardware, the ARC hardware. It goes over the straight scale. It talks about the neck on here. You get a registration card and a thank you from Ola Strandberg himself. You get a nice instruction booklet for this specific model, goes over all of the hardware, how to adjust the action, how to change your strings. Stuff that you're going to definitely need if you're new to headless. And it comes with a little baggie of tools to adjust the truss rod, adjust your hardware, change your strings, so on and so forth. All right, so now that we've gone through what the guitar comes with, all the tools, instructions, the bag, let's go over some of the appointments and specifications on the Boden 6 Essential. So starting off right away with the body. This is built with a solid Meranti body that's going to be pretty similar to mahogany. This has a nice blue paint job on this. This is exclusive on the Strandberg website only, and it is called Elemental Blue. It's a nice satin powder coat type look to it, which it will have some patina as you use it over the years with your arm here. So I'm kind of curious to see how this guitar will look in a couple years after having a lot of use with it. When you go to the neck, that's the next great feature on here. It does have the Strandberg signature endured neck, and this is going to be a baked maple neck. It just looks so clean and like caramelized. Very cool, and you can see the Endure neck profile follows your hand up. It's kind of a geometric design. So as your hand goes up the neck, you do have a nice little shelf to put your hand on. And honestly, instantly, it felt natural. I didn't have to have any adjustment period. Very, very good. Going to the frets here, we do have straight frets. So this is not going to be the multi-scale design, and they are stainless steel. The dressing on this is top notch. I have no sharp fret ends. It's extremely comfortable. It does have a very flat radius on the fretboard. Alumile side dots are pretty popular right now with a lot of guitar companies, but what Strandberg is doing is they're using it on the side. You can charge it with a flashlight, it glows in the dark, and they're using it for all of the fret markers on the front of the fretboard too, which is something you don't really see very often. So another unique feature here is the OEM humbuckers, which you guys heard that intro track I recorded with. They sound great. They're very versatile. There's a lot of dynamics to them. They can get super heavy, super chunky, or they can clean up wonderfully. And it does come pre-wired with a 5-way split. The 5-way switch is great because you don't need any of those fancy push-pull pots to get those tones. You just have 5 positions you can go through and split the pickups that way. So when it comes to the hardware, this is something that's also unique to the Essential series. Now this is called the EGS Fixed Arc Bridge. Now tuning this thing was really easy. The tuning stability on the guitar is excellent. There's not a whole lot of tension on the barrel adjustments here, but if there is, it's nice. There is a hex pattern on the bottom, so you can use an Allen wrench if you wanted to adjust these. I've also been told that a lot of the hardware on here is designed so you can adjust the action and intonation with full tension on the bridge. Going back to the fretboard material here is rosewood. This guitar is going to be a bolt-on construction, which is very nice. The neck heel is super smooth. You can kind of see the contour marks here. As your hand transitions up the neck, there's absolutely no issue reaching the 24th fret. It does have a 20-inch fretboard radius. The controls here, very, very simple. You have a volume and a tone. The cool thing about the input on this guitar is you can use a right angle guitar cable. You plug it in, and you can't even see it from the front, but it tucks away really nicely in the back. This can go through your guitar strap, and you don't really have to worry about stepping on the cable and unplugging it. All right, so what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna open up this cavity here, take a look at the electronics and the wiring. All right, so let's take a look at the back cover here. It comes right off, and you can immediately see all the routing on here. The paint changes, and it looks like they do have some kind of shielding in here, a black shielding paint. Looks very nice. Your input cable is attached to that cover, so just make sure you're careful if you are taking it apart like I am. They are using some Korean alpha pots on here for your tone and your volume. Looks like they have a capacitor attached to it. Looks like standard cables. I don't see any like woven fabric cables or anything super high end, but the cables are tucked away very nicely. You have your 5-way selection switch here. Extremely simplistic. I love the design and the fact that it just goes into place and you have your input attached to your cavity cover is really cool too. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pop off the neck, take a look at the neck joint. All right, so I do have the neck off. It was really easy to take off. It just has 4 screws on the back there. I made sure I was very careful when I did so, but I wanted to show you guys just how clean the neck joint is on this guitar. And if you kind of put it to the side here, you can see how thin it is right where your hand goes. Has the nice contours. And then we do have the Endure neck right here. So now you can really kind of see the aggressive slope and geometric shape on this neck. Is extremely lightweight. With the strings out of the way, you can really see how clean this fretboard is, the rosewood on there. And just so you can see, even all the way down to the heel, it does have the baked maple treatment all the way down. You also kind of get a little better look at the logo there in silver. Strandberg Boden in silver. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these humbuckers off and take a look. I have the neck pickup off. It is direct mount, but you do have these foam blocks here so you can raise it up, raise it down. It is wax potted. It looks great. No issues here. The pickup cavity's shielded, which is nice. It's shielded. It has the ground right here. That's an interesting spot to have the ground. Usually it goes to the bridge, but that's nice and clean. So if you do plan on swapping pickups, I mean, this should be a breeze for you guys. So I'm gonna reassemble this thing and let's go ahead and do a tone demo. Okay, so I have the guitar all hooked up. We're ready for the sound demo. I'm going directly into Pro Tools, and I am using the STL amp hub. I'm using the Ignite amp, the Emissary, on the clean channel. So first thing we're gonna do is let's start off with that little intro riff that I wrote. And we're gonna keep it super clean. We're gonna start on the bridge. The tone's gonna be all the way up. The volume's gonna be all the way up. All right, so now we're gonna go to the second position. This is gonna split it. So we're gonna have a single coil and the neck humbucker. We're now in the middle position. That's going to turn on both humbuckers. All right, we're now on the fourth position. That's going to take your full neck humbucker and a single coil from the bridge. And then we're gonna go all the way to the neck. So you can kind of hear what it sounds like for individual single notes. So let's go ahead and strum some chords and I'll go through the same settings. So here's like an open nice E. Second position. Now in the middle. Fourth position, split again. And now in the neck position. All right, so now let's go into some crunch tones. All right, so now we have some metal settings. Let's see how this sounds with some kind of thrash. Just some lead guitar now. So let's go over my honest feedback. So let's start with the pros and the cons. Starting with the cons. What negatives did I find when reviewing this guitar? Like I said, I've had it for a few weeks now. I've been playing on it quite a bit. I don't really have a whole lot of negatives aside from the color options that are available for this guitar. You know, Strandberg's known for their really nice finishes, having like flame tops, doing bursts, all kinds of really cool, transparent, glossy finishes too. It'd be really cool to see some more colorways, but obviously this is just the launch of the Essential series. I'm sure they will have upgrades available. So aside from that, like I don't really have any other cons. So let's go over the pros. Well, the pros, yeah, it's $999, about half the price of any of the Boden series guitars in their lineup. Another pro, if you don't like multi-scale, this is a straight scale. So even if you have $2,000, but you want a Strandberg with a straight scale, here you go. Another pro, stainless steel frets, love it. The weight of the guitar, ergonomics of it, the fact that you can travel with this thing, put it in a backpack, stick it in the overhead carry compartment of a plane and not worry about the headstock breaking. That's another cool thing. The neck, it converted me. I was a little worried about the neck shape at first, but now I honestly want to play more on this. It really inspired me to learn some new songs that had some different types of chord phrasings because it's really easy to make chords on this neck. I know that a lot of people say, oh, it's, you know, it's geared for lead guitar playing, which yes, that's true too. But yeah, if you're a chords person, like, yeah, this feels great. Some more pros, the OEM pickups I was actually really impressed by. I don't know who they're collaborating with to make these, but they sound great. A lot of dynamics, versatility. I love just going to the bridge, chugging along on this thing, turning the tone, the volume all the way up. Sounded great. Neck pickup sounded great too if you're doing some like trem picking, John Petrucci type stuff. This sounds really comparable to like a DiMarzio pickup. And also having the Lumilé dot inlays on the fretboard itself, not just the side dots, is something new I haven't really seen done very often. I often wondered why people haven't done that, but Strandberg's doing it. And finally, I really like the back cavity on this thing. If you want a mod platform, you want to buy this and put your own pickups in it. Let's say you want some active pickups. There's plenty of room in here for you to do some modding. I like the plate design. I like that this thing just pops right off. Very easy to work on. Same thing, the neck joint felt great. But just overall, I have nothing but positive things to say about this guitar. So there you go. That's my honest feedback and my full review of the Strandberg Boden 6 Essential. I highly recommend you guys check this out for 999 bucks. You really can't go wrong grabbing this guitar. Check it out, guys. I have a link below where you can go look at the specs, order a guitar yourself. Hey, if you guys want to see more videos like this, leave a comment below. What did you think of the Boden Essential? Do you guys have one? Have you tried it? What do you want me to review next? And until next time, I'm Michael. Thanks, guys. See ya.